Hello kids, we are doing chapter number 1, a square and a cube of Ganita Prakash class 8, and in this today we are going to cover the topic 1.2, which is cubic numbers. You know the word cube from geometry. A cube is a solid figure, all of whose all sides meet at right angles and are equal. How many cubes of side 1 centimeter make a cube of side 2 centimeter? Then they also have a question, how many cubes of side 1 centimeter will make a cube of side 3 centimeter? As we know from our previous classes, that what is a cube? A cube is a solid shaped figure which occupies a space that is called as a volume. All of its sides are equal. It is a three-dimensional figure, so it consists of a length, the width, or we can also say as the breadth, and the height. Like, so इसमें length भी होती है, इसमें breadth भी होती है और इसमें height भी होती है और इसके सारे sides length, breadth और height सारे equal होते हैं. So L is equals to B is equals to H. तीनों dimensions इसके same होते हैं. So now they are asking how many cubes of side 1 centimeter make a cube of side 2 centimeter. So to solve this question, can we find the volume of cube which is having a dimension of 2 centimeter? So volume of cube of side 2 centimeter, that would be equals to, what is the formula for volume? Since all of its sides are equal, we may write as a side cube, right? Side cube का मतलब क्या है? Side को 3 बार में multiply करना है. So it would be 2 times of 2 times of 2. So you get the volume of the cube with the dimension of 2 centimeter as 8 centimeter cube. Now what will be the volume of the cube with side 1 centimeter? उसका क्या होगा डायमेंशन? 1 सेंटीमीटर साइड है तो उसकी वॉल्यूम क्या हो जाएगी? 1 into 1 into 1, which is again 1 centimeter cube. So if you have to find the number of cubes, so number of cubes will be the volume of the cube having side 2 centimeter divided by the volume of the cube having sided 1 centimeter. And when you divide this, you get 8. So the number of the cube of side 1 centimeter that can make a cube of side 2 centimeter will be 8 cubes. Similarly, we have to do this question. How many cubes of side 1 centimeter will make a cube of side 3 centimeter? So we already know the volume of the cube having side 1 centimeter, which is 1 centimeter cube. Now let's find the volume of the cube whose dimension is 3 centimeter. So what will be the volume? We have to multiply 3 times of 3 times of 3. So the volume of the cube having dimensions as 3 centimeter, the side as 3 centimeter will be 27 centimeter cube. Now again, the number of cubes will be, you will divide the volume of the cube with side 3 centimeter by the volume of the cube with side 1 centimeter. So 27 centimeter cube divided by 1 centimeter cube, and hence you get the answer as 27 cubes. So you can make 27 cubes of side 1 centimeter from a cube which has a side of 3 centimeter. Consider the numbers 1, 8, 27. These numbers are called as the perfect cubes. Why are these called as perfect cubes? Because they have been obtained by multiplying the number thrice. Can you see why they are named so? So each of them is obtained by multiplying a number by itself 3 times. We note that 1 is equals to 1 times of 1 times of 1. 8 is equals to 2 times of 2 times of 2. 27 is equals to 3 times of 3 times of 3. So while you have to find the cubes, what you do, you multiply the same number by itself 3 times. And when you multiply the natural numbers 3 times by itself, then they are referred to as perfect cubes. So can we find some more perfect cubes? Suppose if we have to find the cube of 4, or I could say 64 can be written as 4 times or 4 times of 4. So 64 is the perfect cube and it is the cube of 4. Now let's see the question. They are asking, is 9 a cube? We see that 2 times of 2 times of 2 is 8 and 3 times of 3 times of 3 is 27. This shows that 9 is not a perfect cube, nor is any number from 10 to 26. So when we found multiplication of 1 times of 1 times of 1, it was 1. And then we multiplied 2 times of 2 times of 2, it was 8. Then we multiplied 3 times of 3 times of 3, which is 27. So do you find any number such as 9 in between them? So the next cube number after 8 is directly 27. So number 9 cannot be a perfect cube. In fact, we can say that there exists no perfect cube number from 9 to 26. The perfect cube number before 9 is 8, which is the cube of 2. And the perfect cube number after 8 is 27, which is the cube of 3. So there exist no cube numbers, no perfect cube numbers between 8 and 27. Next, they are asking to estimate the number of unit cubes in a cube with an edge length of 4 units. So again, what do you mean by unit cubes? A cube whose side is 1 centimeter or 1 units. So it has 64 unit cubes. If you notice carefully, each layer of this cube has 4 times of 4 unit cubes. Each square layer has 16 unit cubes. And then there are 4 such layers. So the total number of the unit cubes is 4 times of 4 times of 4, which is 64. Since 5 cube is equals to 5 times of 5 times of 5, which is 125. So 125 is a cube. In general, for any number n, we write the cube as n times of n times of n as n cube. Now, if you have to estimate the number of the unit cubes in a cube with an edge length of 4 units, what we have to find? We have to first find the volume of the cube having 4 units as its side length. So volume of cube with 4 units as its side length would be 4 times or 4 times of 4. So can we say 64 units cube, right? Now since you have to find the number of the unit cubes that could be made, so the unit cubes will have the dimensions of 1 unit each. 64 units cube divided by 1 unit cube. Now when you divide, you will get there will be total 64 cubes that could be formed. There would be 64 unit cubes that could be formed from a cube which has the side length of 4 units. Also, if you carefully observe, can you see that the first layer consists of the 16 cubes 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there are 4 such layers. So each layer consists of the 16 unit cubes. And there are 4 layers of such unit cubes. So you can say overall there are 64 cubes in this cube, which is having a dimension of 4 units. Now the next question is complete the table below. So here the cubes are written. 1 cube is given as 1, 2 cube is given as 8, then 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125. And ये सब आए कैसे? You have just multiplied the number by itself 3 times. So suppose if you have to find the 5 cube, तो आपने क्या किया होगा? 5 times of 5 times of 5. 5 times of 5 is 25, 25 times of 5 is 125 और यहाँ से आपकी cube values आ गई. Similarly 6 cube will be 6 times of 6 times of 6, तो वो हो जाता है 216. Then 7 cube is 343. 8 cube is 512. 9 cube is 729. 10 cube is 1000. 11 cube is given as 1331. 12 cube is 1728. 13 cube is given 2197. 14 cube is also given 2744. So 15 cube is 3375. 16 cube is 4096. 17 cube is 4913. 18 cube is 5832. 19 cube is 6859. And 20 cube will be 20 times of 20 times of 20, which is 8000. Now, what patterns do you notice in the table below? So, let's find out the patterns which we can notice. Let's make a table. So, let me write n digits of a number over here, and then I'll also write the n digit or the unit digit. n digit को unit digit भी कहते हैं ना, unit place, unit digit. So, n digit of a cube number. जब हम cube निकालते हैं तो उसका n digit क्या है और जो नंबर हम ले रहे हैं जिसका क्यूब निकाल रहे हैं उसका n digit क्या है. जब आपने देखा कि n digit of a number is 1, ठीक है, आप 1 का केस देखो, या फिर 11 का केस देखो, तो दोनों ही केस में व्हेन द एंड डिजिट ऑफ द नंबर इज 1, कैन यू सी द एंड डिजिट ऑफ द क्यूब नंबर इज ऑल्सो 1. क्या किसी और नंबर में ऐसा हो रहा है? नहीं हो रहा है. नाउ लेट्स सी द एंड डिजिट ऑफ द नंबर इज 2, then we get an 8 as the end digit of the cube number. If you have an end digit of the number as 3, like in 3 and 13, you will get the end digit of the cube number as 7. Then if you have the end digit of the number as 4, you get end digit of the cube as 4 only. For 5, it is 5. For 6, it is 6. For 7, like 7 cube and 17 cube, the end digit or the unit place of the cubic number is 3. For 8, like 8 cube and 18 cube, the unit place of the cubic number is 2. For 9, it is as good as 9. For 10, which ends with 0, so any cubic number ending with 0, any number ending with 0 will also have its cube number ending with 0. तो ये द टेबल. अब आप क्या ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो कि सारे नंबर्स जो हैं लाइक 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 एंड 0, जो भी नंबर इन डिजिट्स से एंड होते हैं उनके क्यूब नंबर्स भी सेम डिजिट से ही एंड होते हैं. आप क्या ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो यहाँ पे कि व्हेन द नंबर इज एंडिंग विथ 2, इट्स क्यूब नंबर इज एंडिंग विथ 8, and when the number is ending with 8, its cube number is ending with 2. And can you see 2 plus 8 is also 10, 8 plus 2 is also 10. Next, when the number is ending with 3, the cubic number is ending with 7. And when the number is ending with 7, the cubic number is ending with 3. So these are the only cases where the number is ending with a different digit. That also अगर आप याद करना चाहो तो 2 है तो 8 से end होगा, 8 है तो 2 से end होगा. Similarly, when the number is ending with 3, cube number will end with 7. And if the number is ending with 7, cube number will end with 3. For all other digits, the numbers are ending with the same digits. We know that 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9 are the only last digits possible for squares. What are the possible last digit of cubes? तो अभी हमने देखा कि last digit of cubes सब होती है. When the number ends with 0, the cube number ends with 0. For 1, it is 1. For 2, it is 8. For 3, it is 7. For 4, it is 4. For 5, it is 5. For 6, it is 6. For 7, it is 3. For 8, it is 2. For 9, it is 9. That means all of the digits are possible for the cubic numbers to end with. 9 digits हैं पूरे आपके पास, है ना. 0 से लेके 9 तक पूरे 10 numbers से आपके cube numbers end हो सकते हैं. Similar to squares, can you find a number of cubes with 1 digits, 2 digits and 3 digits? What do you observe? We have to find the number of cubes which have 1 digits, 2 digits and 3 digits. So 1 digit cubes कितने होते हैं? 1 का cube, 2 का cube, यही आपके 1 digit numbers हैं. ठीक है, तो कितने हैं आपके 1 digit cubes? 2. उसके बाद आपको 2 digit cubes निकालने. So let's find out. 3 का cube is 27 और 4 का cube 64. तो ये आपके कितने digits के हो गए? 2 digit numbers हो गए, तो ये भी 2 हैं. अब जब आप 3 digit cubes पे जाते हो तो 5 cube आ जाएगा which is 125. Then you will have 6 cube which is 216. Then 7 cube भी आ जाएगा which is 343. 8 cube which is 512. 9 cube which is 729. उसके बाद जब आप 10 cube निकालोगे ना तो वो 1000 हो जाएगा and this is having 4 digits, right? तो आप इसको consider नहीं करोगे. तो कितने numbers of cubes हैं जो 3 digit cubes हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 digit are 2, 2 digits are also 2 and 3 digits are 5. So total all over there are 9 cube numbers which ends with 1 digit, 2 digits and 3 digits. Next question they are asking, can a cube end with exactly 2 zeros? 00 explain. What is the smallest cubic number which ends with 0? 10 का cube. So 10's cube is 1000 and it also has 3 zeros. उससे छोटा तो कोई number ही नहीं है जिसमें end में 0 आएगा. So this is false, this is no. No, a cubic number cannot have exactly 2 zeros. Just as we can take squares of the fractions decimals like 4 by 6 square, 13.08 square and minus 6 square, we can also compute the cubes of such numbers. Again, don't mix it up with the perfect cubes. Perfect cubes जो होते हैं वो cubes होते हैं natural numbers के, positive integers के. पर अदरवाइज आप क्यूब तो सारे नंबर्स के निकाल सकते हो. आप नेगेटिव नंबर्स के भी क्यूब निकाल सकते हो, फ्रैक्शंस के भी क्यूब निकाल सकते हो, डेसिमल के भी क्यूब निकाल सकते हो. सो डोंट मिक्स इट अप. सो 4/6 क्यूब का मतलब क्या होगा? यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई 4/6 3 टाइम्स. आपने कर दिया, सो यू विल गेट 64 over 216. देन 13.08 क्यूब निकालना है, सो यू आर मल्टीप्लाइंग 13.08 3 टाइम्स. Similarly, -6 का क्यूब निकालना है, so you are multiplying -6 3 times. So you get negative 216. The next topic is taxicab numbers. Once when Srinivas Ramanujan was working with G.H. Hardy at the University of Cambridge, Hardy had come to visit Ramanujan at a hospital when he was ill. Hardy had ridden in a taxicab numbered 1729 and he remarked that 1729 was rather a dull number, adding that he hoped that this was not a bad sign. Ramanujan immediately replied, "No, Hardy, it is a very interesting number. It is the smallest number that can be expressed as a sum of the two cubes in two different ways." So 1729 can be expressed as 1 cube plus 12 cube. Also, it can be expressed as 9 cube plus 10 cube. Because of this story, 1729 had since been known as the Hardy-Ramanujan number, and the numbers that can be expressed as a sum of the two cubes in two different ways are called as taxicab numbers. So what we are saying is, यहाँ पे बात हो रही है taxicab numbers के लिए. So this is related to some incident when Mr. Ramanujan was admitted in a hospital and he used to work with G.H. Hardy in the University of Cambridge. So once when he was ill, he was hospitalized. So G.H. Hardy visited him, and when he was visiting him, he was riding in a taxi cab which was numbered 1729. So when he met Ramanujan in hospital, he told him that I have traveled with 1729 numbered taxi and I don't like this number. It looks like a very dull number. So in reply, what does Ramanujan says? No, it is a very interesting number. Now Ramanujan had a story related to that number and he said that 1729 is the smallest number जिसको आप कैसे represent कर सकते हो? Sum of two cubes से. So he said 1729 को आप 1 cube plus 12 cube भी लिख सकते हो. So 1 cube would be 1 and 12 cube is 1728, and when you add this it becomes as 1729. So 1729 को आपने कैसे represent कर दिया? Sum of the two cubic numbers. Similarly, it can also be represented as the sum of the cubes of 9 and 10. So 9 cube is 729 and 10 cube is 1000. Again, the sum comes as 1729. And since then, this number 1729 was named as Hardy-Ramanujan number, and all such numbers which can be expressed as the sum of these cubic numbers in two different ways were called as taxicab numbers. The next two taxicab numbers after 1729 are 4104 and 13832. Find the two ways in which each of these can be expressed as a sum of the two positive cubes. Now here you could see that I have written 4104 and 13832 as the two numbers which are the taxicab numbers. Now we have to represent them as the sum of the two positive cubes. So 4104 को we can also say 16 cube plus 2 cube. जब आपने 16 क्यूब किया, the result came as 4096 और 2 क्यूब किया तो 8 आ गया और इसको ऐड करके 4104 आ गया. Similarly, 4104 can also be written as 15 cube plus 9 cube. 15 cube is 3375 and 9 cube is 729. When you again add them up, you will get 4104. So this is a taxicab number that can be represented as a sum of the two positive cubes and in two different ways as well. सिमिलरली 13832 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 24 क्यूब प्लस 2 क्यूब. 24 क्यूब इज 13,824 और 2 क्यूब 8 है, जब फिर से ऐड करेंगे सो यू विल गेट 13,832. Again, it can also be represented in the sum of the cubes of 20 cube and 18 cube. So 20 cube is 8,000 and 18 cube is 5,832. When you add this, you will again get 13,832. So we have represented both of these numbers in the two different ways where they could be expressed as a sum of the two positive cubes. Now the next topic is perfect cubes and the consecutive odd numbers. So consecutive odd numbers have a role to play with cubes too. Look at the following pattern. क्या होता है square numbers में? The sum of the odd numbers was equals to a square number. So 1 plus 3 was equals to 4. Then 1 plus 3 plus 5 आप करते थे तो 9 आता था. Similarly 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 करेंगे तो 16 आएगा. So this relation we had that when we add the consecutive numbers starting from the 1, we used to get the square numbers. Now we have to see what relationship does the cubes have with these odd numbers. So 1 is equals to 1, which is also a cube of 1. Then the next two odd numbers are 3 and 5. When we add them, we get an 8, which is a cube of 2. Then the next three numbers, three odd numbers, 7, 9 and 11. When we add them, we get 27, which is a cube of 3. Then next four odd numbers, 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 gives you 64, which is a cube of 4. Similarly, up next five numbers लो. So 21, 23, 25, 27 and 29 का sum है 125, which is a cube of 5. Next six numbers, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39, 41. That is the sum of 216 and it is a cube of 6. Later in the series, we get the following set of consecutive numbers. कभी नवोदय सिंह की इसके बाद आप जब ऐसे करते रहोगे तो आपको एक सीरीज ऐसे भी मिलेगी जहाँ पे आप 91 प्लस 93 प्लस 95, 97, 99, 101, 103, 105, 107 और 109 का सम निकालोगे. Now what you could see, all of these are the consecutive odd numbers only, right? So they must be having some relationship with the cube numbers. So can you tell what is the sum without doing the calculation? So let's first calculate how many odd numbers we are adding over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are adding 10 consecutive odd numbers. So what should be the sum of these numbers? It should be 10 cube and that is equals to 1000. So without calculating, we got to know this answer because we knew the relationship between the consecutive odd numbers and their sum. So the next topic is cube roots. We know that 8 is equals to 2 cube. We call 2 the cube root of 8 and denote by 2, which is cube root of 8. More generally, if y is equals to x cube, then x is the cube root of y. This is denoted by x is equals to cube root of y. So the cube root of 8 is equals to the cube root of 2 cube, which is equals to 2. Similarly, cube root of 27 is equals to cube root of 3 cube, which is equals to 3. And the cube root of 1000 is equals to the cube root of 10 cube is equals to, it should be 10, it should not be 3. So in general, the cube root of n cube is equals to n. So let me make this correction. यहाँ पे जो result आएगा वो 10 आएगा. So if you remember, जब हमें square root निकालना होता था किसी भी नंबर का, suppose 4 का निकालना है, तो 2 times of 2 is 4 and 2 times of 1 is 2. तो हम इन दो पेयर्स में से एक नंबर आउटसाइड ले लेते थे एंड देन वी यूज्ड टू से दैट 2 इज द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 4. और लिखते कैसे थे? कुछ भी सिंबल नहीं होता है तो बाय डिफॉल्ट इट इज अ स्क्वायर रूट, और आप 2 लिख भी सकते हो, ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सिमिलरली जब आप 8 लिख रहे हो और आप इसके फैक्टर्स निकाल रहे हो, सो व्हाट यू कुड सी, नाउ यू हैव टू टेक 1 आउट ऑफ दिस ट्रिपलेट. अभी आप एक पेयर में से एक नंबर बाहर लेते थे, अब आप एक ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर बाहर लेते हो. एंड हाउ डू वी राइट? We put a 3 outside this symbol. So it means cube root of 8 is equals to 2. That means we are multiplying 2 thrice to get an 8. So 2 is the cube root of 8 and 8 is the cube of 2. Similarly, आपने जब cube root of 27 निकाला तो हमने क्या नंबर मल्टीप्लाई किया 3 टाइम्स की 27 आया होगा. तो आप इसको कैसे लिख सकते हो? आपने 3 times 3 times 3 मल्टीप्लाई किया होगा. Then it could be written as 3 to the power of 3. और जब आप इसका रिजल्ट निकालोगे तो it will be 3. So they say in general, whenever we have to write the cube root of a number which is multiplied 3 times by itself, then its cube root is always that number itself. So how do you find out if a number is cube? Taking inspiration from the cases of the squares, let us see if we can use the prime factorizations. So let us check if 3375 is a perfect cube. So 3375 को कैसे स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं? जब आपने इसके फैक्टर्स निकाले तो it can be written as 3 times of 3 times of 3 times of 5 times 5 times 5. Now can the factors be built into 3 identical groups? For 3375 we can form 3 groups of 3 into 5. आप ये वाले 3 को और ये वाले 5 को एक साथ लिख लो. Similarly, make the other 3 and 5 a group and then make another 3 and a 5 a group. So can we write it as 3 times of 5 और इसकी power 3? That means 15 to the power of 3. So again same thing ना, अगर हमें cube root of 3375 निकालना है तो हम इसे ये भी तो लिख सकते हैं cube root of 15 cube. And then वही generally क्या होता है, जब भी there is a cube root of any cubic number, the number itself is a cube root. So आपका आंसर आ जाएगा 15. So what we are doing, we are making the groups और हम उन ग्रुप्स में से एक फैक्टर को बाहर लिख लेते हैं. या आप कह सकते हो ऑल्टरनेटिवली हम इसको ये जो 3 into 5 3 into 5 3 into 5 लिखा है ना, तो आप ऊपर वाले में से 3 into 3 into 3 में से इस ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर बाहर ले लो. सिमिलरली 5 into 5 into 5 इस ट्रिपलेट में से भी आप एक नंबर बाहर ले लो और इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट कर दोगे तो वो क्यूब रूट आपका आ जाएगा. Now is 500 a perfect cube? So 500 can be written as 2 times of 2 times of 5 times of 5 times of 5. तो आप यहाँ देखो ये 5 का तो ट्रिपलेट बना हुआ है, बट व्हाट अबाउट द ट्रिपलेट ऑफ 2? इट इज इनकम्प्लीट. सो है उसको आप ट्रिपलेट में नहीं लिख पा रहे हो. ठीक है. सो 500 इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी अ परफेक्ट क्यूब. अगर आपको इसको परफेक्ट क्यूब बनाना है तो आप क्या करोगे? जो नंबर आपका कम पड़ रहा है, लाइक हम 2 से दोनों साइड मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं तो आपका ट्रिपलेट बन जाएगा 2 का भी. Now the number we are going to get is a perfect cube. So 2 into 500 is 1000 और 1000 एक perfect cube नंबर बनेगा. और किस नंबर का बनेगा? इस ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर ले लो, इस ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर ले लो. That means 1000 would be the perfect cube of 10. ठीक है. Now we are going to study about the prime factorization of a number and the prime factorization of its cube. So 4 can be written as 2 times of 2. 6 को आप 2 times of 3 लिख सकते हो. 15 को 3 times of 5. ऐसे ही आप 12 को 2 times of 2 times of 3 लिख सकते हो. तो ये तो नंबर के प्राइम फैक्टर्स हैं. अब आप इनके क्यूब्स के प्राइम फैक्टर्स देखो. सो 4 क्यूब is 64 और जब आप इसके प्राइम फैक्टर्स निकालोगे तो आपको क्या दिखेगा? 2 times of 2 times of 2 and 2 times of 2 times of 2. मतलब ये जो फैक्टर्स आपके नंबर में एग्जिस्ट कर रहे थे उनके ट्रिपलेट्स बन रहे हैं जब आप इनके क्यूब के फैक्टर्स निकाल रहे हैं. सो 2 क्यूब टाइम्स 2 क्यूब, यहाँ पे 2 times 2 था, यहाँ पे 2 क्यूब टाइम्स ऑफ 2 क्यूब. सिमिलरली जब आप ये देखोगे 6 क्यूब के आप फैक्टर्स निकालोगे जस्ट 216, उसके फैक्टर्स निकालोगे. 6 के फैक्टर्स 2 times of 3 थे और 6 क्यूब के फैक्टर्स क्या हो जाएंगे? 2 क्यूब टाइम्स ऑफ 3 क्यूब्स. सिमिलरली 15 के फैक्टर्स निकालो, वो 3 into 5 है. 15 क्यूब के फैक्टर्स क्या होंगे? 3 क्यूब into 5 क्यूब. 12 के फैक्टर्स 2 into 2 into 3 है. सो 12 क्यूब इज 1728 और इसके जो फैक्टर्स हैं उनको हम लिख सकते हैं 2 क्यूब एंड 3 क्यूब. तो जो भी ओरिजिनल नंबर्स होते हैं उनके फैक्टर्स जस्ट पावर ऑफ 3 हो जाते हैं जब आप उसके क्यूब के फैक्टर्स निकालते हैं. Now observe that each prime factor of a number appears 3 times in the prime factorization of its cube. So example से हमने ये observe कर लिया है. So the question is find the cube roots of these numbers. 64 का cube root निकालना है, 512 का and 729 का cube root हमें निकालना है. हमने अपना ये प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन मेथड यूज किया और 64 के फैक्टर्स निकाले. तो 64 को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 2 टाइम्स ऑफ 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 2. और जब हमें इसका क्यूब रूट निकालना है तो हम हर ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर बाहर ले लेंगे. तो यहाँ से ये 2 बाहर आया और यहाँ से ये 2 बाहर आया. So how could we write the cube root of 64? We can write it as 2 times of 2, which is 4. Now similarly next question is cube root of 512. तो सबसे पहले हमने फैक्टराइज किया. फैक्टराइज करने के बाद हम हर ट्रिपलेट में से एक नंबर बाहर ले लेंगे. तो ये 2 बाहर आ गया, फिर इस ट्रिपलेट्स में से भी 2 बाहर आ गया और ये वाले ट्रिपलेट में से भी 2 बाहर आ गया. So to find out the cube root of 512, it would be 2 times of 2 times of 2, which is 8. Next is you have to find the cube root of 729. फैक्टराइज करने पे फैक्टराइज कर लिया इस तरीके से, फिर आपने इस एक ट्रिपलेट में से ये 3 बाहर निकाला और ये दूसरे ट्रिपलेट में से भी एक 3 बाहर निकाला. तो 729 को हम लिख सकते हैं इस तरीके से. फिर इन दोनों ट्रिपलेट में से हमने एक एक 3 बाहर निकाल लिया. सो द क्यूब रूट ऑफ 729 is 3 into 3, which is 9. Now the next topic is successive differences. We know that the differences between the consecutive perfect squares gives the sequence of odd numbers. Observe the figure below where the differences are computed successively for perfect squares. After 2 levels, all the differences are same. तो यहाँ पे आपके परफेक्ट स्क्वायर के कुछ नंबर्स लिखे हुए हैं लाइक 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 और ये सारे कॉन्जिक्यूटिव परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर्स हैं. आपने क्या किया, इन कॉन्जिक्यूटिव परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स के डिफरेंसेस निकाले. सो 4 minus 1 is 3, then 9 minus 4 is 5, then 16 minus 9 7, 25 minus 16 9, 36 minus 25 11 और आपने इसको एक लेवल 1 का नाम दे दिया. अब अगेन आपने लेवल 2 में क्या किया, जो ये डिफरेंसेस आए हैं ना उनका वापस से डिफरेंस निकाला. सो 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2, 9 minus 7 is 2 and 11 minus 9 is also 2. So what do you observe? जब हम स्क्वायर्स के डिफरेंसेस निकालना शुरू करते हैं कॉन्जिक्यूटिव स्क्वायर्स के, तो लेवल 2 पे जो डिफरेंसेस आते हैं वो सारे सेम आ जाते हैं. So after 2 levels all the differences are the same. Now we have to compute the successive differences over the levels for perfect cubes until all the differences at a level are the same. What do you notice? So now here we have written the perfect cubes. Perfect cube numbers लिखे हुए consecutive 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216. अब सिमिलरली जैसे हमने ऊपर परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स के लिए किया तो हम यहाँ पे भी डिफरेंसेस निकालना शुरू करेंगे और हमें ये चेक करना है that at which level are we going to receive the same differences. So let us begin with level 1. level 1 पे हमने 8 minus 1 किया तो 7 आया, फिर 27 minus 8 किया तो 19 आया, फिर 64 minus 27 करेंगे so you will get 37. Then 125 minus 64 will be 61. 216 minus 125 will be 91. Let's check with the level 2. level 1 पे तो हमारे differences same आए नहीं. Now 17 minus 9 would be 12. 37 minus 19 would be 18. 61 minus 37 would be 24. And 91 minus 61 would be 30. तो second level पे भी हमारे differences same नहीं आए. So let's go to the level number 3. Now when we do level number 3, 18 minus 12 is 6, 24 minus 18 is also 6 and 30 minus 24 is also 6. So what do you notice? We notice that after 3 levels all the differences are same. So we can write the same answer. After 3 levels all the differences are same and what are they equals to? They are equals to 6. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन हमारा हो गया. Now with this we finish our topic number 1.2, a cubic numbers. In our next video we will continue our next topic 1.3, a pinch of history. Till then, please subscribe the channel, hit the like button and share the videos with your friends. Thank you.